Today we are going to be continuing our previous video, moving in between worlds. In that first video, we looked at the fact that definitely there are different worlds existing in the universe, in the multiverse. How science and our folklores do show that there are many other worlds apart from the world in which we live in. Today, we're going to be looking at what are the practices that would enhance man to be able to move in between these worlds. Before we continue, don't forget to click on the subscribe button. You should know yourself. Man, know thyself. What is man? Man is the tiny drop. Man is a tiny drop of the supreme force in the universe. The Yoruba language does say that the creator is called Eleda, the one who creates, who makes. But then, the word Eleda does mean something else. It means the one who divides itself, the one who divides, multiplies, duplicates itself. The one who duplicates itself. And that gives us insight into what happened at creation. That the supreme force simply duplicated itself. The supreme force simply duplicated itself, multiplied itself. And that's how we came about. And you knowing this proves that we all do have the spark of divinity within us. We have divine powers within us. We can attempt and do the supernatural or the seemingly supernatural. We can move in between worlds. What are the various means or forms in which one can move? Be aware that this body you see is not the only body that you possess. Man does exist in different bodies. The body you see, other bodies in the higher planes. Indeed, man has different bodies. And again, man does have a higher replica or higher self in the higher places. The day we were created, a replica came down, a higher self remained in the higher realms. The man here can move and interact with the higher self up there. Having said this, what are the different forms in which one can move? Different forms. Some people are taken away physically. The holy books, the folklores, the histories did mention people who are taken away and they were never seen again. In the holy books of the Christians, we have those who were taken. Enoch was taken. In the holy books of the Odu, Ifa, Ella ascended on the grass. Even the Christ ascended into the skies. In modern times, there are reports of people who are said to have been abducted by the aliens. Some of them returned. They told the story. Some of them were never seen again. Man can move from this world to another world, taken away physically. Some people are taken in a realm of spirits, whereby the body is made or rendered almost lifeless, the spirit moves. Some of these people have also come back to give us stories of what they experienced. It is called out of the body experience. Some people are taken in dreams, in the dreams of the night. They are taken to different worlds, different universes. Some people are taken in a trance and a vision. These are different manifestations and instances of people being taken from one world to another. In fact, folklores and holy books do have stories of people who get to places of power and in this earth and they disappear altogether. People who touch or entered certain portals of power and they disappeared altogether. Having said this, what are the activities or rituals one could engage in that could facilitate on or enhance one's ability to move in between worlds? The first ritual I would like to talk about is the one found most especially all over the indigenous lands all over the world. The act of libation. The ritual of libation can come in different forms, but the more a person engages in the ritual of libation, the more the person's portals are open, the more the person is receptive to divine energies streaming from above, the more the person is open to signals from above, the more probability the person will be taken in one form or the other. The holy books of the Christians even does mention the act of libations 39 times in different forms of drink offerings. Even the Christ is said to have shed his blood as a libation. And that brings us to the types of libations. There are different types of libations. There is libation by water. In some of our lessons of portal opening, we have shown different procedures for libations. There is libation by water, with water, where you energize the energies of the earth with water. One can libate with wine or with gin. A very effective means of libation is libation with tears, when a person makes a genuine outcry to the universe, and as the tears touch the earth, the signals are heard as a form of prayer, a cry for help, and the universe responds to that. There is libation by water, by tears of the eyes, by sweat, and indeed by blood. These are rituals that can be engaged in to open the portals and facilitate the ability to move or to be taken. This is why several spiritual movements do engage in the shedding even of blood rituals, animal sacrifice. Again, we would like to look at the next ritual a person can do to enhance movement from one world to the other. We have looked at libations. Now we are going to look at the act of meditation. Meditation comes in different forms. Music opens the doors and channels for meditation. And meditation practice with the heart of love exposes one to such energies that the person can be taken in between worlds. Music, love, meditation. Meditating in music and love. These are the keys. It is not when you sit and cross your leg that meditation begins. Meditation can be a part of everything we do in our daily lives, where a person learns to be the observer. In fact, the art of meditation requires moving in between worlds. You are required to move from the world, the physical world, move away from everything you know and you see. Move away from the body and be an observer. The more you practice this in the daily life, when you're talking, when you're working, in your acts of service, wherever you go, you can make mission a part of your daily life and daily existence. In the Igbo language, when a person is said to be onyara, the person is said to be mad. Alas, those who are said to be mad are usually under influence of spirits, being taken from one world to the other. That's another manifestation of being moved in between worlds. But such gifted individuals will have needed another stronger spiritual person to channel their energies and put them through. It is a lack of such guidance that makes the streets to be littered with so-called lunatics and madmen. But here, if energies were properly channeled, one can again move in a controlled rate, a controlled environment. One can move under the influence of the Supreme Ra. So today we have looked at libations, we have looked at meditation in music and in love. If properly done, a person can be graced with the presence of the powers that be. A person can be taken and a person can willingly move in between worlds. Until I come your way again some other time, practice what has been taught. Search for our other videos on the opening of portals and the right way to libate. Do not forget to click on the subscribe button. I will see you again some other time.